And as that Florida State war chant plays, the crowd is hyping up their boys for the exciting conclusion of Neumann and Millersville. It's been a game to remember so far, and this period will determine if you remember it nicely or not so nicely. 20 minutes left for the rest of your lives. It's Neumann. It's Millersville. The last game of the fall semester, and it'll be coming to you very, very soon. Well, it was the usual troubles in the second period last time. Only 2 goals given up to Neumann, and 1 scored again by Connor Rysack from that sweet spot he loves to shoot at. So, again, could have been a whole lot worse. It was a barrage of shots and 2 power plays there for Neumann there. He really could have scored on. But the Marauders' PK unit was solid, only giving up 1 this evening. So, again, they put themselves in a bit of a hole at the start of that period, but it could have been a whole lot worse. And it's level for the last 20 minutes, and there's no other way this game could have ended. How even these 2 teams are playing, it was always going to be 2-2 or 1-1 or whatever going in. Through the third period, I'm just so excited to find out how it's going to end. Hopefully, we won't go to overtime again. We haven't had great luck there, but don't say that word. And messed around with the camera a little bit more, so maybe the picture quality will be a little more consistent. We'll see. Once it starts moving, you can let me know. Where's my... Oh, there's my roster sheet. If you could see my desk out here, it's a mess. It's so bad. Oh, they're playing Brass Bonanza. Nice. Get me fired up. 20 minutes left to go. I love that song. I know the mic's on. Yeah, I know. But you don't like my singing voice. Sorry if I offended any ears out there. I thought I sounded okay. I just like that song. Anyway, you're about to be sick of me soon, but third period. Moments away from beginning here. Everyone getting their last skates in, getting the last little bit of pep talk in. Both squads ready to go. It'll be Carey. It'll be Barnett. Barnett wins at the Firebirds low, quick flips it out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan works far side to Martin. Martin dangles for a quick second, gets it in between the arms of the outstretched Nick Fonseca and into the Neumann D zone. Burst up and Carey from close range nearly knocks the roof off this place, but no luck. Aiden Carey turned away. Ty Dunnigan staying with it. And Carey, the near goal scorer, will chase it down. Carey behind the back pass, back to Bird. Bird turned away, out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan feeds back to Martin. Martin plays with the walls, looking for Corelli. Corelli chops at it for a quick second, comes up with it. Corelli works back to Dunnigan. Marauders nearing their 40th shot of the evening on the goaltender, Corey Hemberger. Both goaltenders have been very great so far in this game, but one of them is sadly going to have to go home with a loss. Hopefully, it's not Jackson Bell. Corelli crashes into the board, saves it with his knees there. And it doesn't matter how you get it, it's a matter if you get it. And just really did get it. Clearance opportunity, stopped and kept in. Shot from Petticone, wide. Kept in by Dunnigan. Dunnigan behind the back pass to Morgan. Chased down by Corelli. Kept in, Johnny Morgan. Screened out by the ref and cleared by Neumann. It'll hit the back wall with 18:32 left in regulation for icing. Again, taking a look at our upcoming schedule, upcoming in air quotations because it's going to be in mid-January. We'll be hosting St. Joseph's at 4. Again, personal game for Zachary Slaybaugh and Jonah Bird. Both those guys know good bit of players on the St. Joe's team, so both of them are going to be looking for a big win here. And St. Joe's did beat Westchester earlier on, so that's going to be a tough game to start out the spring semester. Bouncing puck covered by Jackson Bell. 18-19. Left to go in regulation. We're still knotted up at 2. Okay, I'm getting some confirmation the camera looks a little bit better. That's good. I'm glad it's not being filmed on a bank security camera. You know, then you can see a little bit better. Stromberg attempts to keep it in. Cranston will have to chase it down. Cranston not quite fast enough as he's screened out by McCartney. And it'll be going right back down from whence it came for a face-off in the Millersville D zone. 18-10. Left to go in the game. Regulation, that is, not the game. The game. It'll be O'Connell. And for the draw from Millersville, O'Connell chips it out. One quickly by Angelo. Angelo loses it just as quickly as he gets it. And Walter O'Connell streaks down, has Cranston in the middle. Backed up by Zirko. Cranston! Oh, nearly between the legs, deflects it in. That would have been a highlight reel play for Jack Cranston. But, again, the puck luck not going the Marauders' way a whole lot. Shot faked me out. I really thought he sent it in there. And Jake Petticone sent spinning like a Beyblade on the ice right there. Whistle will stop it. We'll going towards the neutral zone with 17:49 left to go in regulation. It'll be Zirko into the draw. Zirko wins it off, plays it off the boards to Kopshow. Kopshow plays it off to himself. Past the referee, and we've played about a minute in the last 5 with all the icing calls, and we're heading right back towards the Millersville D zone with another icing call on the Marauders. Shots are 43-39 in favor of the visitors, and 2-2 on the big board. It'll be Patel awaiting the draw for Neumann. No clear winner, but it's picked up by Kopshow for a quick second. Kopshow fans on it. And it's controlled by Neumann in the Marauders D zone. Puck rattles around in my blind spot. Picked up. Played off the shins of Angelo. And Angelo will say the next, excuse me, that was Grabowski, 61-71. And played back out to Grabowski. Grabowski levels. Deflection nearly gets past Bell. Ref takes a bit of a tumble right in play there. He's all right. And it's played back out to the last goal scorer from Millersville, Connor Rysack. Kopshow won it in the middle. Kopshow gets it. Kopshow dangles. Kopshow just loses it. Gets it again in front of Kemberger. Just a little bit. If he would have had that extra inch of separation, Wes Kopshow could have got a really good shot off. Shut in by Zirko. A howitzer from close range turned away by Hamburger. The Marauders up past 40 shots, and somehow the past 2 have not got in. Don't look now. Shot in from Angelo and turned away by a body block from Andrew Zirko. 16.5 minutes left to go in regulation. Zirko clears away another opportunity in a centering pass from Neumann behind Bell's back. Sent in close range shot on Bell. Wide. Tried to go for the extra pass. Man was not ready for it. 16:20 left to go in regulation. Back to Herrera. Herrera sent in. Deflection. Nearly goes in. Off the voice crack of myself there. Very, very dangerous reflection. Just kept out by Jackson Bell. Neumann keeping the pressure on. Marauders pinned in their zone for the past minute or two now. Sent in again. And Alex Couture. He's been shooting it fair enough. That's the shot he likes. And by an inch, gets it over Bell's head and under his crossbar. And puts Neumann back on top, 3-2. 15:57 left to go in the game. Marauders chase one again. But, you know, whole lot of time for something to happen. So the Marauders, don't be too dejected yet. We still got time and a lot of dangerous goal scorers out there. They just got to sink those shots. They've shot 41 times, hit 2. Got to bump that ratio just a bit. Jake Petticone plays it out to his defensive partner, Ben Bell. Back to Bell. Held. Carey plays it off up the middle. Carey chases it down, slaps at it. Carey in the neutral zone, looking for, not the neutral zone, in the O zone. looking for Bieber. Bieber and Bird tangle with it back there. Bird gets tripped up. Back to Petticone. Petticone hesitates for a second. Rips it. Jake Petticone grabbed by Hemberger. A great shot from Petticone going for that same corner he beat Hemberger on last time. But Hemberger closes it off. A flash of the leather denies Jake Petticone his second, and the Marauders their third. 15 and a half minutes left to go for the Marauders to score at least one. Yeah. Draw one there, chipped off, and maybe 2 or 3 seconds off the clock, and we're right back to the same face-off spot. Take a look at the standings. Westchester clinched a spot in the Colonial Cup playoffs. Scranton, Neumann, and us are all tied at 16 points. Winner of this matchup will be the 2 seed going in to the break. So, again, big matchup here. Wins it quickly, shot in by Walter O'Connell, 360 spinorama shot. No good on Hemberger. As another icing call, this time on the Knights. And we are inching close to that 15-minute mark in the third period. Checking up in the standings again. Stockton and Drexel are tied at 12 points. They're 5 and 6. UPenn outside looking in for the playoffs. They're at 9 points. Seton Hall technically still alive with 4 points. And TCJ eliminated with none. Uncharacteristic miss from Kai Dunnigan, but it goes back to Morgan. Morgan from close range. Closed off Morgan. Backhand shot goes turned away, and a pile of bodies as Morgan crashes in to Hemberger. Don't think that was intentional on a Morgan. Really just one of those close, quick plays. Tried to get the close shot off. Ran out of room to skate. Hoping Hemberger is okay. Looks like he's got the wind knocked out of him there by Morgan running into him. Hemberger gets a quick skate. Getting his head back. And hopefully they'll just call that incidental contact. Don't think it was malicious for Morgan. Well, whenever we start play again, it'll be 14:53 left to go in regulation. Shots are 45-44 in favor of the guests. And they lead 1, just like they do in the shots, and goals. And we say play on. Neutral zone faceoff comes to Walter O'Connell there. Won by O'Connell, kicked off by Morgan, back to Dunnigan, and out to Martin. Martin skates in. Martin loses it. Regains his own rebound. Checks it back in, trying to find Cranston. Cranston has Dunnigan in the middle, decides to go to O'Connell. Gets past O'Connell to Martin. Martin surveys up to slap shot. Fanned on by Jack Cranston. Kick back out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan slaps it in for Morgan. Morgan looks to leave for O'Connell, and O'Connell sends it in. Knuckle puck turned away, picked up by Schittleman. Morgan rips it back in off the back wall. Some Marauders will get a full line change off. Deflection stays in play, and Schindler will chase it down. Schindler works out to Ryder. Ryder can't play it cleanly as he collides with Aiden Grabowski in neutral ice. Neumann trying to keep the Marauders on the back foot. They cannot. Millersville breaks out. It's Morgan. And Alan Ryder a little too anxious to get into attacking position and gets tagged for an offside. It'll be Andrew Zerko awaiting the neutral zone faceoff. Neumann comes away with it. One out by Couture, the most recent goal scorer. Couture tries to chip it out to Angelo, but it's taken away by Schindler. Great, what is it? Ice vision, you can call it, like field vision, but ice, for Jacob Schindler. Cross-ice pass finds its target in Angelo this time. Angelo chips it in for Fonseca. Fonseca and Angelo unchecked in the Millersville D-zone, gets out of it. And Stromberg enters with Zerko. Stromberg turned away just as he gets in to the offensive zone. Grabbed out of the air by Jake Petticone and controlled. 13 minutes left to go as Neumann will get a line change out. The Marauders can't take advantage of it and break in. Odd pass to the wall, picked off by Neumann. It's 37. Zach Osborne running in. Osborne and Komarovsky into the Millersville zone. Can't come up with it. Martin in the middle. Shot turned away. Off his line there. Huddles up and comes away with the puck. Is Corey Hamburger. Another dangerous opportunity. Stopped for the Marauders by Hamburger. 12:42 left in regulation. The Marauders still chasing the goal. Yeah, stick side draw of Hamburger upcoming. It'll be Justin Corelli on it. Corelli wins it. Tries to go 5-hole on his man. Gets out to Bell. Then Bell works it into Martin. Martin swings around for Corelli, but leaves it a little fast on him. Out by Carey. Carey off the wall. Played to Corelli. Corelli behind the back pass, trying to find Carey, but Carey just a little too far ahead of it. 12:20 left to go as Neumann enters the zone. In on Bell. Close range shot turned away. Millersville looking for a third. Pass goes a little bit behind Corelli and bounces off the wall and into the backboards for icing on the Marauders. Shots are 47-46 and goals. It's 3-2, both in favor of the visitors. 12:09 remaining in regulation. The captain's talking it out in the center circle here. So the face-off will be coming at the Firebirds logo. Here's shot from the official, and we are just about ready to get it started again with Walter O'Connell awaiting the draw. O'Connell tries to poke it free, but Neumann comes away with it. It's Preston Gosshorn working it back out to Kai Dunnigan on the far side. Dunnigan tries to find Cranston, but it's picked off by Gosshorn. Gosshorn enters the zone, plays off Dunnigan. Gloved, not cleanly gloved by Jackson Bell, but Millersville collects the rebound. It squirts out back to Neumann. Neumann tries to chip it in, but they only find Jonah Bird. Bird works back to Dunnigan. Dunnigan now has O'Connell free on the far side. O'Connell lets it past him, maybe trying to find Cranston in transition, but it falls to O'Connell anyway. O'Connell by himself at the ball. Kicks off to Morgan. Morgan tripped up. And it could have been a dangerous opportunity if he got through. Knuckle puck goes high and wide of the net of Hamburger. Dunnigan chases it down in front of his goalie's crease. Plays it out to Martin. Martin back to Dunnigan. Dunnigan has Cranston in the middle. Overcooks the pass just a bit. Leaves it for Herrera. Herrera back to Couture. Bit of a no-look pass off the boards. Left for Bird. Bird with 11 minutes flat to score one. Bird. Behind the back skate, Bird plays through the neutral zone to Zerko. Zerko has Stromberg behind him. Works back to Stromberg. Stromberg can't control it. It falls to Ryder. Ryder goes wide of Hamburger. Ryder tries to get his stick back in there. Ryder and Zerko trying to bear down on it, but they cannot. Herrera breaks it out. Hunter Herrera gets in, but his line mate, number 66, Nick Fonseca, a little too jumpy to get into the Marauder zone, and he gets flagged for an offside call. 10:36 left to go. Neumann nearing their 50th shot. We're at our 46th. 10:36 left in regulation. Neumann chips it in, barely a couple seconds off. Bell decides not to glove it, leaves it for his man in gray. Back out, Neumann controls in front of Bell, nearly squirts past the far side corner. And kept in by Herrera. Herrera will send it in where it's harmlessly gloved, and Bell decides to glove it and stop play with 10:10 left to go. And I'm hearing the picture quality is looking a great deal better. I'm glad. I think I plugged it into the wrong HDMI port, or just like maybe it just doesn't like the HDMI port I plugged it into, but I changed it, and it looks better now, so I'm not going to complain. 49-46 in the shots, 3-2 in the goals, 10:10 left to go. You know. Cranston just kicked by his stickless Aiden Grabowski. Just decides to kick it with his skate. Yeah, do what you can. Grabowski outplayed by Carey. Carey leaves the pass a little too hard for himself. Corelli tries to chase it on the far side. Corelli's got to throw the brakes quickly and collect the rebound. Corelli to the middle. Thor Martin shot. Interrupted by Aiden Grabowski. Martin from the face-off circle. Martin dangles around. Petticone has to run up and collect. Petticone plays behind him. A nifty pass to Justin Gurley. Nearly got it behind his back to Martin in the slot, but couldn't finish. Good physical defense from Millersville. Keeps another shot off the board on Bell. Man gets tripped up, hands in the air. Hey, not me. And if you're getting to the box anyway, might as well get your licks afterwards. Ben Bell throws a push after he loses his stick. They're not going to penalize me twice. And Ben Bell will head to timeout for 2 minutes in a very, very not great spot for Millersville. They need every man they can on the ice right now to chase one, and they'll be down down one for the next 2 minutes, that is. 9:18 left to go in regulation. The Marauders PK unit gets a little more work. Not wanting to give up another goal to Neumann. They need to keep this score exactly where it is. Early clearance can't get past Komarovsky, so he'll keep it in. O'Connell chasing it down. O'Connell squeezes off the pass lane, gets to the middle. Neumann leaves to Grabowski. Grabowski back to the middle. Blocked by a diving Walter O'Connell. That gets the bench hyped up. The boys loving the physical defense of Walter O'Connell there. And so are we. Minute and a half left on the Bell penalty. 8:45 left in our contest. Rister in. Deflected and picked up again by Barnett, but he couldn't get the shot on him. Marauder hits the ice. Sent in wide of Bell. Back out clearance attempt. Squeezed off by Neumann. Hit back out. Another good body block from Marauders. It's Walter O'Connell putting it all on the line to keep Neumann out of a shooting position, and he's done just that. Minute left on the Bell penalty as we'll get a whistle. 8:18 left in our game. Walter O'Connell leaving it all on the ice. Yeah, he'll get a whole winter break to rest up, so might as well throw everything you got at this one right now. Well, when we get off the man disadvantage, it'll be 7-18 left in regulation as long as nothing else happens in the next minute. But, never know. It'll be Zerko awaiting it. Zerko tied up with Fonseca, and Neumann will get it out. Millersville looking for a clearance. Fonseca looking to make sure it doesn't happen. Fonseca gets it out. Can't be gloved cleanly by Patel, and it'll hit the back wall. Good clearance from Millersville. Rysak communicating with Petticone, making sure they're strong in defensive line back there. Rysak gets, I'm getting tripped over my words here. Rysak gets tied up with his man for a quick second. Centering pass back to Couture. Couture rips it, looking for his second. He nearly gets it, but Ben Bell keeps it out. Back to Couture again. Back in, bouncing puck. Nearly gets past Bell. Played in quickly by Zerko. Tries to get a quick clearance off. He can't. Back to Couture. Couture rips it again. Gets broken up in transition. Held by Millersville and cleared out. Can't get past Alex Patel. Last shot of the man advantage here. They don't get it. Couture rips it in. Nearly gloved. Back to Couture again. He's getting no shortage of shots. The Marauders are going to break out quickly here. Back to even ice. It's Thor Martin. Martin and Morgan into the zone. Martin from close range. Gloved by Hemberger. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey for the last 7:05 in regulation, and Thor Martin nearly snuck it past Corey Hemberger. It's been a game of nearlies for the Marauders so far, as 47 of their shots have gone in on Hemberger. Only 2 have gotten past him. And an even better performance, an equally good performance, I should say, out of Jacksonville. He's faced over 50 shots. He's let in 3. Great goalie duel this evening. Neumann loses control of the puck momentarily. Slayball's on it. Haven't called his number a whole lot today. He's looking to make his mark. Slayball rips in. Goes high. Picked up by Bieber. Couldn't get it back in there. Slayball controls again. Sends it in high. Broken up. Dunnigan has to chase it back down. Dunnigan works back off the wall. Trying to find Bird. Bird intercepted by Grabowski. It's left by Komarovsky. And neutral ice, but Marauders control the rebound. Hits it out to Martin. Martin, cross-ice feed, looking for Bieber. Loses it in front of Bell. Bell goes to the butterfly to make the save. He can't control it. Net is still on. And the puck flies out of play. Great heads-up play from Jackson Bell there to keep this at 3. As he's faced his 54th shot of the evening, 6:13 left for the Marauders to score just once. It'll be a stick-side draw of Jackson Bell, who's playing his final period for the Marauders. And he's looking to get out of it with a win. Quick shot in on Bell, gloved, and on the face-off from the same spot, coming up soon. 6:07 left for something to happen for Millersville. Same spot, same result. Neumann wins it. Neumann sends it in. Momentary hesitation. Can't get the puck cleanly. A dangerous shot. Opportunity for Barnett, but he couldn't control it. Sent back in way wide of Bell. Picked up by Schindler. Schindler intercepted in the D zone by Neumann when he picks up his own mistake. Schindler back to the middle. Schindler intercepted again. Worked back out. Offside call, or delayed offside call on Neumann. They'll have to get back. 5.5 minutes left for Millersville. Schindler controls. They got to break out of their zone. Schindler works to Kopshow. Kopshow back out to Schindler. Excuse me, Rysak. Back to the middle. Picked up. In transition, Schindler fighting with his man, Couture. Schindler trying to get him off the puck. He cannot. Couture works far side to Fonseca. As that clock inches towards 5 minutes left. Stromberg can't get it past his man. Zirko comes off, doesn't make the play on it. Rysak lets it go through his legs. Shot in, gloved by Bell, left for his younger brother, Ben. Less than 5 minutes to go now for Millersville. Ben Bell plays off to O'Connell. O'Connell, great on the PK. Can he do it with a stick? O'Connell loses out on the pass. Morgan has to chase it behind. Sent out to Petticone. Petticone rips it in from the same spot as before, but he goes high. O'Connell collects the rebound. O'Connell rips from the blue line. Excuse me, the face-off circle. Doesn't even look like the blue. I don't know what I'm saying. 4.5 minutes left to go. Neumann. Opportunity broken up by a poke check from Ben Bell. Cranston hammers his man into the boards, but Fonseca comes up with it. Petticone controls. 4 minutes to go. Take Petticone. Through center ice for Morgan. Morgan sends it to the back wall. Petticone will chase it down. Cranston awaiting the rebound. It won't come off the backtrack. Morgan pokes at it in the air. Bell has to backtrack. Good poke check from Ben Bell. Freezes for Cranston. Gets back to Morgan. Morgan plays it off the glass for Cranston. Cranston can't find it in the sea of bodies. Works back out trying to find O'Connell. It'll fall into Newman's hands again. It's number 27, Jeremy McCartney will send it in. 3:40 left for Millersville. Ben Bell tied up. Gets to Petticone. Jake Petticone taking on the defense by himself. It gets out. Carey plays it off the bounce. Petticone being sure not to be offside. Carey comes in. Taken away by Grabowski. Corelli takes a big hit from behind. And it looks like that will draw a call from the official. With 3:21 left in regulation, the Marauders still need one to level it. Shots are 55-49 in favor of the visitors, and they still hold that 3-2 advantage. Neutral zone face-off for Carey upcoming. Carey kicks it. One out by Martin, tripped up there. That is Thor Martin. Tripped up on the play there. He gets back up. Dunnigan controls back there. 3 minutes left. Dunnigan spins back, trying to find Carey. Gives it up to Schittelman. Splits the difference of Couture and Herrera. Left for Herrera. Herrera dekes out Martin back there. Content to kill time. Puck escapes the outstretched stick of Jonah Bird. Bird's going to be fast, chases down. He's got a man behind him. Bird plays it off the boards to Morgan. Morgan off to Dunnigan. Dunnigan gets squeezed out, and Couture sends it in for Komarovsky. They'll lose it. Gets past, and it's played out by Hemberger. Hemberger not gloving it, content to keep this clock ticking. And it will tick. 2.5 minutes left as Rysak will have to chase it down. Marauders still searching for that last goal. And time is running out for them to get it. Rysak squeezed off. And it's sent back down the ice. Icing waved off as Ben Bell gives chase. As he enters the neutral zone, we enter the final 2 minutes of regulation. Also tied up with it. Has Cranston down low, turned away. Neumann comes up with it again. It's Angelone. Angelone plays out to front second back to Angelone. Angelone holds for a split second. Marauder gets tied up. Cranston picks off. Cranston. Minute 50 left. Jack Cranston and Johnny Morgan in. Cranston pass broken up as he throws it. It's Morgan from close. Actually, it's O'Connell from close range. Can't get a clean shot off, and it flies into the netting behind Hamburger. Minute 42 left for Millersville. It's been an eventful first 58 minutes, and it's sure to be an eventful last 2. Minute 42 left for Millersville. They chase a goal. They had a late comeback against UPenn. I think it was UPenn. Stromberg scored in the last minute or so to send it to overtime. Didn't end how we'd like it, but this team has the potential. They have the latent scoring ability to score late. They have that clutch gene in them, but will it come out in the last minute 42? Coach Schroeder getting his last team talk in. The opposing Neumann coach doing the same to his guys, making sure everybody knows their assignments for the last stretch of this contest. Neumann trying to protect their 1-goal lead over Millersville. And again, this will be the last game of our fall semester. First game back will be January 16th against St. Joseph. So we'll have a while before we get to watch a Millersville ice hockey game again. So hoping this one ends well. Coaches have given their pep talks. Players know what to do. They have a minute 42 to save it. It'll be O'Connell awaiting the draw from Millersville against the captain, McCallion. Played off. Millersville controls off the boards. Dunnigan collects the rebound. Excuse me, it's Martin collects the rebound. Martin leaves it in, tries to find Morgan, overcooks the pass just a tad, but falls to Cranston. Cranston tries to leave it back for Morgan, but only finds 2 blue jerseys. And the Marauders' net is open. Didn't see Jackson Bell skate off there, but Neumann nearly hits on the open net. Minute 20 left to go. The Marauders push all their chips to the center of the table. They're scoring now or they're losing. Minute 20 left to go. Millersville trying to keep it in. Cannot let them get a free shot off. Cranston plays it out. Stuck in the boards. They're content to keep it there. O'Connell collects the rebound with a little open ice in front of him. It quickly closes off. O'Connell, far side feed to Martin. Minute left. Martin surveys the option. Martin sends it into O'Connell. Sends it a bit behind him. O'Connell controls. Back to Dunnigan. Dunnigan fans on it. He's got to run back quickly. Morgan's back there to back him up. Dunnigan can't win the foot race. Controlled by Neumann. Morgan's back to play goalie, and Johnny Morgan gets a stop. His save percentage for the evening is 1,000. Walter O'Connell plays out. O'Connell leaves for Cranston. Cranston back to O'Connell. O'Connell to the point. O'Connell leaves, tries to go low on Hamburger, but it flies high. Out of play. Their 50th shot of the evening, no good. 33 and a half seconds left. Empty net. Playing for their lives here. Not really, but I want to make it sound more dramatic. Yeah, it's O'Connell. Awaiting the draw from Millersville. O'Connell tied up. Martin plays it off his skates. Can't find anyone. It's Cranston and Martin trying to free it out. Bump Couture off of it. Couture trying to keep it pinned to the boards. Cranston will free it. He has Morgan in the middle. Can't get it to him. Plays back to Dunnigan. Plays back to Rysak. Rysak out to Ryder. Oh my God, I'm getting it wrong. It's O'Connell. 14 seconds left. O'Connell to Martin in the middle. Has Morgan. Get played off. Shot flies in. Just wide. If they can hurry, there's enough time for one more shot. And a whistle with 4.8 seconds left to go. So, really the only play left. Face-off win. Hit it behind you. rip it. That's all you really can do at this point. Will that happen? Let's be left to see. 4.8 left to go. Face off one. It's the exact play. Rips it. Johnny Morgan just gets saved by a sea of bodies there, and it's the exact play you wanted to run. But Neumann gets enough bodies in the way to block Morgan's shot at the death, as Neumann will skate away with a big 3-2 win from Lancaster Ice Rink. Well, that'll do it for today's game and our games in the first semester as a whole. A big thanks, as always, to our bus driver, Miranda, and Brian Morgan for his excellent camera work. I'm Gary Milbrandt, the voice of Millersville Ice Hockey, and I say it a lot, but I really do miss you already. I'll see you folks in January. Till then.